Greetings, Wind Riders! Join us, the Merry Meeples, as we look at Tribes of the Wind. Designer, artist, publisher. Pollution has covered the ruins of past civilizations. Only the tribes of the wind remain, flying from tree to tree to clean up the forsaken lands. Play as a guide of those tribes, and use the back of your opponent's cards to optimize each of your actions. Reach your goals and make your territory a nice place to live. So this kind of walks through the steps of the game. There's some card art. 2 to 5 players, 14 up, 20 minutes per player. I will now open the box and show you what's inside right after this. Alright, so let's get this box lid off. First up are the rules of the game. This is the goal of the game. These are the components of the game. This is me turning the rulebooks page. Eventually, maybe. Here we go. So the game's set up, and it explains the forest tiles to you, the whole shared area, the player setup, and what your player board is, how to play. So you're going to take an action and then refill your hand of cards. Here's the first action, play an element card. Here's place a temple. Build a village. Then building bonuses, village cards, refilling your hand, guide powers, guide requirements. The other guide requirement is specific to each guide. This is explaining those. At the end of your turn, end of game, final scoring. Little tables, example of scoring, how to play the 2-player game, not much different except that you're using the row in the middle for the backs of the cards. Here's some stuff that don't forget. And then we get into the glossary with the different village cards. Finishing up the village cards, we have the guide cards. The element cards. Important. And then looks like a little example and stuff. And all the other stuff. Alright. Inside this box, you have these little water tokens and these ×5. Just basic cardboard tokens. You have these pollution tokens. Kind of look like Naruto, don't they? Anyways, so this I have set up for when the bride and I play for a 2-player game. So this is starting token 1 and 2, and then this is the first to build your 5 villages gets this, and it's 5 points at the end of the game. As you can see, these are the villages as were depicted on that token. These are the Wind Riders. These are the temples. It comes with these card trays because you have your hand in the tray so people can see the back of the cards easily. These are the village tiles for 3 and 4 plus games. So these are going to get the end of the side. These are the 2-player ones. I'll lay these out for you. These are the cards that you'll be playing throughout the game, the element cards. These are the guide cards and the, I think what are they called, village cards. Next you have the player boards with the people and their, how you get their guide cards. And you'll use the picture of them to know which guide cards to grab, because they're all different for all the different people. On the bottom you also have the end of game scoring. So you're going to get the points for the village cards over here. If you have that first to build one, 3 points per village, depending on how many temples you did, depending on how many tiles are on the board, and how much pollution is left. So let me get those boards and tiles laid out to show you. Alright, so you'll see there's an excessive amount of cards in this game. So I'm not going to show you all the village cards, but I have laid out all of the element cards. So you'll notice they have the element in the corner, little water drop, and it's on the back of the card because that's what opponents are going to see, so they're going to be counting the water drops for your neighbors. And they have some form of requirement on the left to do the thing on the right. In this instance, if you have, I believe it's less fire cards than one of your neighbors, you'll clear 1 corruption or pollution and get 2 water. If you have more than both of, or less than both of them, you clear 1 and get 5 water. So you will be not only looking at your neighbor's cards to add on to stuff, but also to possibly see if you have more or less than them. So there's a multitude of different abilities in different colors. Like this one is if between you and your neighbors you have 4 flames showing or 7. So Vincent Dutrait artwork, very recognizable. And now we come over here to the different village tiles. So 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, and 2. These are the spots of Wind Riders. When you get that full, they flip over, and you put your village there, and then they might have a icon on them. This pollution means that when you make this into a city, you're going to add pollution around it, but this one has a catapult, which means you can put a Wind Rider wherever you want. This one doesn't have the pollution symbol because this has a wind turbine, so when you upgrade this to a village, it doesn't create pollution. And you have that in the greens, the yellows, and the purples. Here are those guide cards, so as you can see, person's on the front and on the back. And when you accomplish these, you'll choose one of the 4, stick it under your board, and you'll have the ability for the rest of the game. And then next to them you see these are the village cards. When you build a village, you get to take one of these, and you either can use it for immediately for the right ability, get what it says, discard it, or slip it under your board to possibly score those points at the end of the game if you accomplish it. And there's this whole stack that I haven't even undone for you. So again, that was Tribes of the Wind and what is inside of it. And look at that beautiful kaleidoscope of color and beautiful artwork. But I'm the Groom. I'll see you next time. See you later.